my name is Chad Kassem from Acoustic Sounds, Analog Productions, and Quality Record Pressings. And today we're going to do a video on some of the albums that just came out and what's to come out very shortly. 2022 was our best year ever, and 2023 is going to even surpass that. We finally got a lot of our releases coming out, and we also have a lot of represses coming out. So just kind of go through a few titles as quickly as I can. First of all, I want to thank everybody that bought one of these. We made 3,500 of these. It's the UHQR Bob Marley Rastaman Vibrations. This is my favorite Bob Marley album, and it sold out quickly. And the reason we only made 3,500 is we made this deal pre-COVID, and then we knew we could sell a lot more. We asked them to change the deal, but they were like, no, a deal's a deal. The deal's already done. It's 3,500 only, and it's going to direct to consumers only. You cannot wholesale it. So anyway, thanks for everybody that ordered it. It's my favorite reggae album. There's going to be another album that's similar in the quantity of 3,500. It's going to come out in the first couple of months of 2023. It's a very popular album. There's only going to be 3,500 of it. I suggest you subscribe to our email newsletter or subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that way you'll find out about it. And I don't think that one will last long. But anyway, we made these deals before COVID, and so we're stuck with 3,500. But thanks for everybody that supported this release. Another album that we just released is The Wonderful Sounds of Quality Record Pressings. This was the Thorn sampler. We did a sampler. I was commissioned by the owner of Thorns about 12 years ago to make a sampler. He wanted me to make the highest quality sampler I could. He wanted me to pick the songs. He wanted me to pick the pressing plant. And he wanted me to oversee the mastering. And I did that. And it's been out of print for some time, and we see it going on Discogs and eBay for like $500 plus US dollars. So the series we have, the Wonderful Sounds series, we have one that we did at Christmas that's now out of print. We did one of female vocals that's now out of print, and we did one of male vocals. Very, very successful series. So we wanted to make one highlighting and spotlighting our stars and the people that work at Quality Record Pressings for all the hard work they do. We wanted to showcase their talents and what they did. And so since that Thorns record was so much in demand and we had the parts and it sounds so good, we thought, well, let's, instead of, of course, we don't have anything to do with Thorns. Let's make one, and we'll call it The Wonderful Sounds of Quality Record Pressings. So this is a triple gatefold album that was made at Stoughton. This is a gold foil. It's a beautiful album jacket. It's the highest quality. And right here, it's an SMT press at QRP press in a blue note. Here's Marshall changing the stamper. Here's Stan, our plating guy, Stan Bishop. Here's us pressing Nat King Cole. The liner notes were done by Michael Fremer. And this is Tony Blair, our quality control manager, checking records, Tony Blair. Here's Tina. She's the head of packaging. And this is Jim. And so, anyways, it's The Wonderful Sounds of Quality Record Pressings. There's artists like Ricky Lee Jones, Susan Tedeschi, Myra Taylor, reference recordings, classical music, blues from the Analogue Productions label, Analogue Productions Original, R&B from Staple Singers, Isaac Hayes, Gene Knight, Susan Tedeschi, jazz from contemporary, the Sounds Unheard Of, the alternate blues with Dizzy Gillespie, Chet Baker, Bill Evans, Wes Montgomery, and Hugh Masekela. So you got female vocals, you got classical, you got blues, you got rhythm and blues, and you got jazz. So it's well represented, all styles of music, sounds great, looks great, and it's a dedication to all the hard-working people at Quality Record Pressings that are helping Analog production sound so good. And they really take a lot of pride in their work. They're very proud of what they do. And I just thought it'd be a nice way to celebrate them and reintroduce this record that's going for so much on eBay and Discogs. So the wonderful sounds of Quality Record Pressing. It's available now. Another one that's available and it's getting great reviews is the Jethro Tull Stand Up, mastered by Kevin Gray off the original English Island master tape. Stoughton did the high quality jacket. It's the highest quality jacket, very expensive, pressed at RTI, mastered by Kevin Gray. Jethro Tull Stand Up, in stock. Another one that's in stock is the Bill Evans at Town Hall. It's the Verve Acoustic Sound Series, mastered by Ryan K. Smith off the original Analog tape, plated and pressed at Quality Record Pressings on the Acoustic Sounds Verve series. Another, this is the Acoustic Sounds Contemporary series for Craft Records. So we're doing the same thing with Craft Records. They saw the success of the Verve, and they wanted their records to look and sound very high quality, as best as we could make them sound. So they asked me to do the same thing. This one's available. It was mastered by Bernie Grunman. Bernie Grunman, his first job was at Contemporary Records, worked for Lester Koenig, and let's see, Roy Dunan did the recording of this, and it's Hampton Hawes 4 with Barney Cassell, Red Mitchell, and Shelly Mann. This is available. And again, it's the Contemporary Acoustic Sound Series. This is in stock and available. This is coming out December 9th. This is from the Bernie Grunman master tape. He cut from the master tape for Classic Records way back when. And this is the same part that was used on the Classic Records that's going for lots of money now. This was mastered by Bernie Grunman and pressed at Quality Record Pressings for Craft Records. This is highly recommended. Great sounding record, great record with Santana, Bonnie Raitt, and others on it. December 9th. Great sounding title, highly recommended. The next Steely Dan UHQR that's coming out very soon, it's December 16th. It's the Steely Dan Countdown to Ecstasy with My Old School and Showbiz Kids on it. Unbelievable album, sounds great, every song on it's great, and it's shipping December 16th, very soon. Another December 16th release is the Pharoah Sanders Karma. This is released by popular demand. Many people asked for this. It was cut from the original Analog tape by Ryan K. Smith, plated and pressed at Quality Record Pressings, and a high quality tip-on jacket, and Pharoah Sanders Karma. Many people asked for it. We did it upon their request, and it'll be interesting to see how well it sells, but he also passed away recently, so I know there's a lot of people. I know this was a very, very rare album, very, very hard to get, a very expensive album. So December 16th, Pharoah Sanders Karma, coming from Acoustic Sounds, the Verve series. This is an actual Impulse record. Then also December 16th is the Contemporary Acoustic Sound Series, Benny Carter Jazz Giant, mastered by Bernie Grunman, pressed at Quality Record Pressings, December 16th, recorded by Roy Dunan on the Contemporary label. Another title we're going to be doing on Analog Productions coming out January 6th is the Billie Holiday, Lady in Satin. It was mastered by Bernie Grunman for Classic Records. This is pressed at Quality Record Pressing, mastered by Bernie Grunman, and it's never been a gatefold before. Beautiful pictures of Billie Holiday. Stoughton jacket on 45 RPM, pressed at Quality Records on Analogue Productions. Here's another Kraft Concord, the Kraft Concord Contemporary Acoustic Sound Series. This is probably going to be one of the better selling releases on the Acoustic Sounds Contemporary Series. Art Pepper meets the rhythm section. It's the Miles Davis rhythm section with Red Garland on piano, Paul Chambers bass, Philly Joe Jones drums. My favorite track is the Tintendeo. Great song. It's going to come out on January 13th. This is a killer album. We've been waiting forever for this title, and we can't wait. January 13th. Mastered by Bernie Grundman, who got his first job at Contemporary when he moved to L.A. Pressed at Quality Record Pressings, and the jackets from Stoughton. And recording by Roy Dunan and produced by Lester Koenig. This is going to come out somewhere probably in January 2023. It's the Oscar Peterson Night Train. It's a gatefold. It was mastered by Ryan K. Smith off the original Analogue tapes, pressed and plated at QRP. Awesome record, very accessible. It's got Ray Brown and Ed Thigpen, Ray Brown on bass and Ed Thigpen on drums. Great album on the Verve series. Just kind of threw this in there. This is a really good album. It's called The Pictures of Heath. It was pressed at RTI, mastered by Kevin Gray. It's a great title. The original came out as Chet Baker and Art Pepper Playboys, and I think Playboy sued them. And so this is the original. The original is going for like $700 to $900, and this one's probably better. I haven't compared it. I mean, of course, I like this jacket better, but the sound quality is probably better since Kevin Gray's using the master tapes and RTI pressed it, and Stoughton did the jacket. So that's available now. And again, this is the original. And look how the original came in wax paper. Beautiful record. Really love having this record. Another record that just came out, mastered by Chris Bellman off the original Analogue tapes. It's one of my favorite ZZ Tops. They do the song Brown Sugar on here. It will blow you away. It was also pressed at RTI. This is a great sounding record. This record was just repressed. It was one of the first records that Quality Record Pressings pressed in 2011. And we just are repressing it now. If you love Jimmy Witherspoon and Ben Webster, this Jimmy Witherspoon Roots is a great sounding record. It was mastered off the original Analogue tapes by Kevin Gray, played and pressed at QRP, Quality Record Pressings, and it's in stock right now. Highly recommended. One of the first records we pressed in 2011, and we just repressed it hot off the press. Another record that's hot off the press is this Duke Ellington Blues in Orbit. We used the original classic parts on this record, and it's in stock, and it sounds great, hot off the press. Again, pressed at Quality Record Pressings off of Bernie Grundman's parts that he cut from the original Analogue tape. One of my favorite bands, Lynyrd Skynyrd. This just came off the press. Give Me Back My Bullets. It's a 45 version. Gatefold. Love this album. Highly recommended. Hot off the press. Another record hot off the press. Belafonte Sings the Blues. This is one of the best recordings ever made. This was mastered by Ryan K. Smith off the original Analogue tape and pressed Quality Record Pressings. Hot off the press, in stock. Here's some more that just came off the press. Classical, the Hyphus Scottish Fantasy, The Brook. Great record. Mastered by Ryan K. Smith, pressed at Quality Record Pressings. All of the, that one, mastered by Ryan, pressed at QRP. Festival with Reiner, pressed at QRP, mastered by Ryan. And the Faust, hot off the press, pressed at Quality Record Pressings, recorded by Kenneth Wilkinson. Witch's Brew, hot off the press, recorded by Kenneth Wilkinson. This is one of the top RCAs. The Faust, we usually get $1,500 for the original of that. Witch's Brew, we usually get $750 for that. We have pressed out the jackets, so we don't have that many of these. We'll probably run out soon. Also, we ran out the jackets on the Tony Bennett in Carnegie Hall. And this is a beautiful gatefold. We got the original photos, and it's a lot clearer than the original. This was mastered off the original 3-track tape. Only a few of these in stock. Now we'll talk about SACDs. Everything Must Go Steely Dan's in stock. Steely Dan 2 Against Nature's in stock, SACDs. The Jethro Tull Stand Up and Jethro Tull Aqualung are in the early 2023. The Stand Up will not have the pop-up stand up inside. These early 2023. There's a couple more SACDs coming out. The Helen Merrill, great jazz album, unbelievable, bluesy. It's a 1955 mono. It's so gorgeous, man. It's one of my favorite jazz albums. It sounds so good. So in December 30th, Helen Merrill's coming out on SACD, and also one of the best recordings ever, the Tennessee Ernie Ford Country Hits Feelin' Blue, December the 30th. So anyway, people have been asking us for more t-shirts, and we finally have them. This was by popular demand. People were asking us to make a buy now or cry later t-shirt. Here you go. The Center of the Vinyl Universe t-shirt. Center of the Vinyl Universe, Salina, Kansas. If you don't believe me, just come to Salina and we'll show you. A tie-dye of Vinyl Lives. And your jersey in number 33 and 3rd. Then we have these zip-up hoodies, Quality Record Pressings. And this is what's on the back. So all of these t-shirts and hoodies are in stock. And like always, buy now or cry later. Thank everybody for supporting Acoustic Sounds. Again, 2022 was our best year ever. 2023 is going to be even greater. We got such good titles fixing to come out. I mean, it's unbelievable. We'd really love to share all this information with you, but we're trying to, instead of talk about like what happened with the Roger Waters Amused to Death, start working on it and it take 4 years to release it. We're trying to shorten that to a lot closer, like when we have it on the press, then let y'all know. But I can tell you, we got so many big things around the corner you're going to be so excited about. The UHQRs that are going to be coming out are at such a high level. I mean, they're first-rate, A++ titles. You know what I mean? The top, just the top titles that deserve to be on UHQR, you know, like Kinda Blue, Steely Dan, just the top titles. We've got so much to come. 2023 is going to be a great year. Thanks for all the support. We reinvest everything into making great records and trying to improve our quality always by buying new machines or upgrading things or using the money to buy rare record collections. So thank you all for a great 2022, and let's look forward to a great 2023. 23. Again, thanks everybody. And the best thing to do to keep up with the latest information is subscribe to our email newsletter and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much.
Please like and subscribe for more audiophile content.